Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and the cheapest coins anywhere, make sure you guys check out MMOEXP.com and use code ZERK for 5% off your order. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today we've got my Team of the Week, Week 5 predictions. Now, I don't give a shout out to Tyler Barrup for being a part of the Totw gang. If you guys want a chance to shout out in the next video, drop a like in the video, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn notification bell on, and comment down below Totw gang. And of course, like I always say, I have to do these predictions in the morning because tonight, EA is going to be doing some reveals. They're going to reveal the heroes, maybe the LTD as well. I don't believe we're going to get any sort of record breaker LTD this week. Obviously, we got Tucker last week, and we got Tom Brady just very recently. I guess 2 weeks ago was Tucker, so I don't believe anybody broke an NFL record this week, so I believe it's back to just one limited time card. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get into my Team of the Week predictions. I'm going to go over my limiteds, my flashback heroes, of course, and the actual sets and everything. All right, so starting off my list, I am going to say Davante Adams will be in the set with a +1. I don't think that he's going to be a hero. And a main reason why I don't think he's going to be a hero is, number one, there is somebody that I think had a better week that is more qualifying to get the hero. But also, number two, I feel like they have Davante saved for a promo. Like, he's kind of like that big of a name to be saved for promos. So I don't think they want to give him a Team Week hero yet. You know, we have Most Feared, we have Thanksgiving coming up. We have a lot of different promos coming up here. So I think Davante's probably going to be in one of those. Now, last year he did end up getting a Team Week hero, so I mean, they definitely could give him one, but he had 206 yards and a touchdown. So does he deserve an upgrade? Yes, absolutely. A +1 to Davante still wouldn't really make the card that great, honestly. He'd be very, very slow still, but we'll get something. Now, the second player on my list, and I feel like he would have to get the 88 overall based on kind of how I'm looking at the set here from my predictions, will be Kadarius Toney. He had a really good game versus my Cowboys, 189 yards, no touchdowns though, so there's like two things, honestly, that could hold back Toney from getting this card. Number one is that he didn't have a touchdown, but number two, and some of you guys may think that this isn't the case, but it truly is. EA sometimes will not give players cards in the game or give players like in like the rosters, like give them like X factors if they're doing bad stuff off the field or on the field. Now, given La'el Collins just got a limited time card and he was suspended, right? And then also we just got the safety from the Jets, Marcus May, which like a news report just came out about an incident that happened with him in the offseason. But Kadarius Toney threw a punch in the game. So 189 yards, but he threw a punch in the game. Is that going to stop him from getting the card? I don't know. It would actually be a pretty solid card. And before Giants fans even say it, because I know there's some people out there that are just box score demons, and they'll look at Toney having 189 yards and think it was all on Diggs. Go watch the film. Diggs did get beat pretty bad on like one route for like 35 yards. But I think Toney versus Diggs, I want to say Diggs gave up like 75 yards, something like that. It wasn't even close to 100. Still the best corner in the NFL. And honestly, this one right here could be kind of a stretch to see if they do it, but a Brady +1, I feel like he kind of deserves it. Had a really good game, 411 passing yards, 5 passing touchdowns. He had a really, really good game. Will they give him a +1 though? Up to a 95? Taking a look at the list of players that, you know, they could potentially give set cards to, Brady deserves one. We'll see. Now onto the defensive set, and we'll get into my actual hero, of course, after this. But onto the defensive set, I'm going to go with Matthew Judon. I've watched a couple of Patriots games, and he's been just popping off the screen, honestly. Pretty much the only defensive player I would say that when you notice the Patriots play, you definitely see Matthew Judon. Some other players as well, but he really, really stands out, especially because he does have those red arm sleeves. So he did have 2 sacks and a forced fumble, and he hasn't got an upgrade yet. And he's had a couple of good weeks. So I feel like Judon Hero probably only end up getting a +1 based on the other 2 cards that have sets in the sets. But Judon definitely deserves some sort of upgrade. I think he may only get like a +1 here, but he may be on pace for a pretty good upgrade based on his stats for the year. Now, my second set card that I think will be an 85 overall is Kevin Byard. He had 10 tackles, 2 pass defense. He also had an interception and a fumble recovery. And Titans fans were really letting me know over on Twitter they wanted a Kevin Byard upgrade here. So Kevin Byard, I think, will probably end up getting one. He could potentially be the top set piece because the guy that I have set as the top set piece is kind of another one of those players that, you know, we have most feared coming up. And I kind of feel like he could be in there pretty easily. So we'll see. Byard may be the 88. I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised we don't have a Derwin James upgrade just yet because EA loves to give Derwin James upgrades. But he very well could be in the most feared promo, honestly, so that may stop him from getting a card today. If EA does the reveal tomorrow morning for like the set pieces, whatever, and Derwin James is not in there, I feel like he's in most feared. He kind of is a most feared type of player, but he had 17 tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble, so really good week. I think he's going to get the highest set piece, though, if he does get a card at that 88 overall, which at 88 Derwin James, I mean, you get +6 overall here, then you can, of course, power the card up. Maybe 90 speed. Maybe 90 speed. You get the hit power up, the zone up. It's not going to be crazy like Derwin James cards much later on in the year. That's when they get really good. If you take a look at the zone and the man, they're very similar. So obviously once he gets like a 97, 98, 99, whatever, that's when Derwin James cards are super good. And maybe he's going to be in most feared as like a 92 or something. Who knows? We'll see. But as for my actual hero for Team of the Week this week, guys, I think it's going to be Justin Herbert. He had a crazy game, 427 total yards and 5 touchdowns. Now, he is a field general quarterback, okay? So, his awareness is an 80. I am not sure if Justin Herbert would actually be able to get to, 90 and get Howard Master based on the overalls and how EA kind of upgrades things. I'm not sure if EA wants to go ahead and actually give us another field general quarterback that could get Howard Master. However, he would still be able to get like set feet lead or pass lead elite, some other good abilities. I don't believe he'd be able to actually go ahead and get Howard Master or Gunslinger on the card, so that would be a little bit disappointing there, but a Herbert card would still be good. The throw power is very good. The speed is pretty good. So you get both those up. This is going to be a pretty usable quarterback. Right now, there's a ton of great quarterbacks in the game and a lot of variation. And I feel like Herbert would kind of just add to the mix there and be another great one to pick from. Now, when I was making my list and going through and taking a look at the potential limited time cards we have for this week, right? I was thinking, okay, I see Aaron Donald. I see last year he actually had 4 sacks and a forced fumble in a game, right? And I'm thinking, well, we already have Myles Garrett at right end, who's a limited. We already have, literally last week, we got Cameron Hayward, right? Who's a right end, who's a limited. There's no way they give us Aaron Donald as a limited. That's exactly why I'm putting him here, because it's EA, and they do what they want. And Aaron Donald had a really good week, and taking a look at the rest of the stats for, the past couple of years, players that can get limiteds, I feel like it could be Donald. And again, yes, it's another right end, and it makes no sense. But have you seen what EA does? It makes perfect sense. As for my 2 flashback players, guys, I am going to say Demaryius Thomas for the flashback offensive player. By the way, it also could be potentially like Miles Austin. I know he had a really good week too, but I feel like more than likely Demaryius Thomas, they probably have his rights over Miles Austin's, which Demaryius Thomas had 226 yards and 2 touchdowns in 2014. And then for my flashback defensive player, I'm going to go with Dre Bly, who had 2 interceptions and a forced fumble in, I want to say, 2004. So those are my flashback legend players for my predictions, my limiteds, my sets, everything. You guys let me know down below what you think about it and who else you think could potentially be in the sets, who could potentially be the hero. Do you think it will be Justin Herbert? Do you think we'll get another right end limited time card? Let me know down below. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like in the video, and of course hit that sub button down below. I will be having another video later today, and then tonight when EA does like the reveals, the heroes, limiteds, everything, I'll show you guys those. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.